Hey guys, it's Hideki. And as you know, I started my own podcast. I want to find out more about the Houston creatives and see where they started, what they do, what they think about the community, and then, of course, their goals. So if you're interested, listen up. Let's find out.
Hey guys, we're back at the 64 Bits. We've been gone for about a month or so, and today I have actually a really exciting guest I've been wanting to get to meet and to find out more about what they do and how they came to do this. Of course, we have Lali from Lali Got a Camera from Instagram and, of course, other platforms. So I'm going to allow you, Lali, to present yourself. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you, thank you. I'm very glad to be here. Thank you for having me. S-
Always. So tell
yeah,
me more. Like I just know you from Lolly Got a Camera, but I know you do a lot of things here in the Houston community related to art. Please tell me more, not only about your camera, but more about other projects. I guess let's get started how I know you. So I know you as a manual photographer, and I've always been just I'm so interested in what you do now because as you can tell, not many people still do manual photography. So I want to know more about, is that your main genre? Is that what you like to do? Is that the camera style that you prefer to work with?
yeah, so I'm definitely primarily a film shooter. I just picked up a digital like maybe a few months ago, but it's still like really foreign to me. So yeah, I'm primarily a film and analog shooter. So that's like, manual film,
Hmm.
all that good stuff.
And how long would you say you've been doing photography just in general?
So I started doing this in high school for like yearbook, and we would develop our own film. We had darkroom access and stuff.
Hmm.
But then I left school, of course, and I kind of stopped doing that, and I picked it up again around like pandemic time.
Hmm.
Everybody had all this extra time,
Yeah, all the downtime,
yeah,
2020.
so much time to pick up hobbies. So it was kind of fate, I guess.
Yeah, and would you say that it's something that you consider still a hobby to this day, or has it evolved into something more?
I think it's evolved into something more. I don't like to put a whole lot of pressure on myself with it
Yeah.
because I want it to be something fun. I want it to be the creative outlet.
Hmm.
Um, but it's kind of hard sometimes when everyone around you is trying to make it a business. You kind of feel like you have to keep up with that as well.
Right.
I don't say I necessarily want this to be a business, but it's definitely a little bit more than a hobby.
It's more than a hobby. Yeah, you see
Yeah.
yourself spending more and more time, getting into projects like you mentioned. Now, as far as for the beginning, is there a project that you can remember like, oh, this is what I love to do. I'm gonna continue to do this. What was your first hobby that brings you back to that thought?
I really just love shooting portraits. I think just capturing just a person, and I think just from there, like I really like to do that. It's not something I showcase a whole bunch because I don't feel like it's my strongest, but it's what I enjoy doing the most.
Portraits.
Yeah.
Now, as far as for portraits, is there a certain thing that you would say you have mastered doing portraits? And also the negative, right? We want to speak all sides. What is something that you want
Yeah.
to master?
No, I definitely don't feel like I have mastered it at all. I think there's always room for improvement. There's always room to learn, and I have so much to learn still.
Yeah, now I have noticed your recent portraitures that you did of like your family members. I really like the creative side of that, but I do want to know more about you. So tell me, are you a local Houston? Are you a Houstonian?
Yeah, I was born and raised here. Left for school, came right back. uh,
Awesome. Now, what's your favorite part of town?
um, I gotta say home. I live in the south side, so shout out
Well,
southeast, southeast.
shut up. I'm still learning the town, so I would love to see it through your eyes sometime.
Yeah,
I
for
do see
sure.
a lot of it though on your Instagram. I do follow, your other projects. Tell me more about that Free Art Houston group that you're part of.
Yeah, so we are Free Art Houston. It's basically what started as like free art drops around the city. People would drop some art and, put it out there for anybody to grab, making art a little bit more accessible. And it evolved into kind of like this thing where we have now monthly meetups for local
Oh
artists,
wow.
local creatives can just come hang out. We have raffles. We give out free art at the meetups. There's usually like a workshop or something like this next one. It'll be November 13th. We're having her Instagram is Paper Autumn. She's like a really well known collage artist
Hmm.
here in town. She's going to be doing a collage workshop at the next meetup. So we always try to have something kind of interactive for people to do and just like a safe space for people to come and mingle and meet each other. I know sometimes we're all a little like socially awkward or,
Hmm.
you know, at first, but, completely safe space for anybody to come, hang out, sketch, take pictures, whatever.
I love that. It's like a creative community. We definitely, I,
Yeah.
anytime I see something like that, it brings it out in me. Like you said, we're all a little bit socially awkward, especially if you're on the creative side of things.
Yeah, for
So to see
sure.
a group like that, it honestly, I almost, because I'm over here in the Woodlands, right? So I'm always like, can we bring it up north? Like, I would love to see that up here as
Yeah,
well.
for sure.
So I love that. Now, as far as for yourself, so tell me more about you. What do you like? What's your favorite kind of music? Tell me more
Oh
about,
man.
what do you like to dance? What do you like to draw? What other hobbies do you
Yeah.
have?
So right now, I'm really on like a corrido kick. Like I'm jamming all the Mexican jams. Like that's
Yes.
what it is right now. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know. That's what I've been on lately. As far as like other stuff I like to do, um, I'm really busy. I'm a mom of four, so like
You're
busy.
moving. You are moving. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of free time, but plants. I like plants, and I
I
love
like
to
plants.
read. I love to read, and I like to make TikToks. It's like really fun to me. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, as you can tell, I am a complete TikTok addict here.
Yeah, I love it. I love seeing your stuff. I'm always like, hey, she's here.
Yeah,
So that's
let's
cool to see.
go. I love that. I love meeting other creatives like that. Now, you said you're a reader, so what are you currently reading? What's it about?
Right now I'm reading this book. It's like kind of about like global warming and like climate change.
Okay, we're staying up to date. I love it.
Yeah, let me look up the book because it's such a good book. People should read it. It's like easy to understand and it's not like it's called The Heat Will Kill You First: Life and Death on a Scorched Planet.
And who's it by?
It's by Jeff Goodell.
Perfect. So definitely gonna look into that. We always love to open our brains. That's always a big thing. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
Now, of course, touching back here to Houston, talking about the community. Is there anyone in the community that you would say has pushed you to, kind of pursue your goals, pursue what you would like to do? Do you have anyone that you look up to in the community?
Oh, definitely. So, like, I want to start off by like giving a shout out to Nina Likes Butts. She's a local artist, and
Hmm.
she is like, I had a conversation with her, Art Crawl 2021, and she's like basically the whole reason why my film Instagram exists. She gave me like the push, I guess, to get
Yeah.
it. So shout out to her, and she's always been super supportive, and I love seeing her artwork and seeing her evolution in art as well. And then like the crew at Free Art Houston, like we've got a bunch of really great artists, and they all like motivate me and push me to like do better and get more involved. And a special shout out to, of course, to She Regulate and
Go,
Nito
she regulate.
Nito Rodriguez and Nita, Beehives and Bouffants, and Jean of I'm a Genius. They're also great. And um, yeah, we keep each other busy and motivated. And I love that crew.
Love to see it. Definitely love to see it as a just as a third party when I see people like that that are not only talking about it but obviously wanting to include others in it. So big shout out to all of you, honestly. If there was, let's say, like a goal, where would you want to do next? I know you want to do this because you love the art. Even as you love the art, I know sometimes we want to grow with it. What do you see yourself doing next?
I would love to have like a community, like dark room, place where people can develop
Mm,
film.
that's
Like that.
beautiful.
That has always been kind of like in the back of my mind. I kind of have the space for it here at home. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's always been an idea. It's just kind of getting it in motion, you know?
100%. And actually, I think something like that would be so beneficial, especially because it's not as common. Like, if you didn't take photo in school, or if you didn't take art class in school, where do you really have the chance to go and find out, number one,
And
how to
play
use
with
the
that.
tools and play with it? And,
Hmm.
do your mistakes. I remember going to photo class and, you took a picture and you developed it and it was completely white because you got nothing.
Because you
So,
fucked up, yeah.
yes. So, but that would be an awesome place. I would sign up for something like that. Like whether it was a place to go one and done or a membership, that would be amazing. I mean, I would love to do something. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people out there,
Yeah, I
especially
think there's
now.
yeah, I think there's a lot of interest for it as well. Like I think, and it's picking up a little bit. I see a lot
Hmm.
of people picking up film now, and it's really cool to see. Like
Okay, not gonna lie, I totally did. I got like the
that's
cheapest.
awesome.
I got the cheapest like 35 millimeter camera that you can think of from Walmart because of that. I want to play
That's
with
so
it. I
cool.
really
Yeah,
did.
do
So
it.
if you see some awkward pictures coming through, I'm gonna try. I want to give it a
Sometimes the
chance.
awkward pictures are like the cooler
Are
stuff.
the
Like sometimes the
best.
mistakes look cooler. I can't tell you, like this whole year I've kind of been feeling like I'm in a rut with the shooting.
Hmm.
So now I'm kind of like whatever
Yeah.
comes out. And like now it's kind of giving me I have like some toy cameras that aren't like super serious cameras and you don't really know what kind of results you're gonna get. So now I'm kind of like,
Hmm.
okay, let's play with those. Let's see what happens because I'm not even shooting super great or how I feel is super great, you know? So let's
Yeah.
just play with the cameras. Let's see what happens. And that's part of the fun, you know?
And I think it almost even, I mean, in my opinion, I think when you try different cameras that you're not used to working, it almost seems not that it's like it almost seems trendy, like because you're going above what's the norm, right? So when I see your pictures, honestly, I go like that's really cool because it stands out because just the way that it's captured, it looks so different automatically. I That's why I like your photography, to be honest. I think it's so
Thank
different than
you.
what I see. And that's comparing film to when people considered quote unquote like higher end cameras. It's all higher end and depending on how you use it and the way you use it, it really I can tell when it's your work. And I think that's a big statement. And I'm just giving you your kudos.
Yeah, that's a big compliment. Thank you.
It's 100%, and that's just honest. When I go through my timeline, I'm like, oh, that's a Lolly post. I scroll up, yep, your name is on it. So I think that's amazing. It's almost like your own branding through your work. So going back to the Houston community, what do you see now? What is the environment? What is the feel or the vibes that you see from the community? And we're talking everything, right? We're very transparent in this channel. I like to make sure that we talk. So we're going to get a little dirty. I want to hear the positives. What are the really good parts of the community that you see that you're noticing, whether in person, community wise, or socially, since it's very, even though it's Houston, it's a really tight knit group. I
Yeah,
want to
for
know your
sure.
perception. What do you think about the community?
It's a big little city for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the one of the like super positive things is that everybody's just coming together a lot more. There's all these meetups, there's all
Yeah.
these, group chats and discords and stuff like and there's something every weekend if you want to go practice shooting, if you want to get together with some people for like, technical advice. It's just
Mm-hmm.
so great. And seeing that is really cool. Seeing the younger generations like get into it is also really cool. Um,
Now we're
just the
saying younger
togetherness.
generation. What is the younger generation? Are we talking like
I'm
Gen
talking Gen
Z?
Z. Yeah,
Okay,
Gen Z.
okay.
I'm 32, so
Okay, no,
full
right
transparency.
up there in that millennial group. But yeah,
Yeah.
I 100%. I think that
And
the
no, I
tight
think
knit
that's one
group.
of the cooler things about the meetups is like I have friends that are like in their 70s and I have
Yeah.
friends like 18, 19 that I've met because we all share this interest, It's
Mm-hmm.
really cool.
100%. I think actually in the group I'm usually in, we have seniors that are actively shooting, and I love to see them work. I like to watch them work too
Me
because
too.
I feel like every generation almost has like a different feel towards photography
Oh
and towards the
yeah.
work. So I think it's great to watch other people work, other generations work. I always like to just sit back and I ask for permission, of course. Like, can I just watch you shoot? Can I just watch how you
Yeah.
work? I love to do that.
And I
Um,
think anything that can kind of bridge the gap between groups is always
mhm.
really good. Like we lose sight of the fact that like community is super important,
Mhm.
and it's just another thing that can bring us together. Like, yeah, I'm all for it.
100%. Now, of course, that's going to be the positive thing. What is one more thing that you would say that Houston is doing really well as far as for art or bringing it together? What is another thing that you really like?
I guess like the amount of opportunity lately also
Mm.
so much like. so many people willing to work with like local artists now, and
Yeah.
like people working together, small businesses working together. I'd love to see that.
100%. I've noticed whether it's I see it from everywhere. I see it from like models, burlesque, but they're now collaborating with
Yeah.
photographers or with
Mm-hmm.
artists collaborating with vendors, and they're working on buildings. It's so cool to see that. I remember before it was so hard to find your niche group. I think now, as long as
Yeah,
you
it's
network,
so
you can
easy.
totally find it.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, of course, getting to the darker side of things here is what is something that you would hope to see here in the community? What is something that you think we're lacking?
I've always kind of said this, and it's gonna sound kind of bad, but I feel like Houston sometimes lacks a little bit of integrity.
Mm,
Lately it's been better. Lately it's been to the point where like we look out for one another. See something, say something.
yeah,
That's been working out really well. I think before maybe people were maybe scared to be labeled like problematic, or just kind of scared to be the person that spoke out about like whatever bad thing was happening or whatever
yeah.
was affecting the community. But I think it's getting better. I see, signs pointing to like, okay, we're all going to look out for each other, and we're going to call out bad behavior when it's happening. And I think that's a good thing. I think bad behavior needs to be called out.
100%, 100%. And that's just safety not only for the project that you're working on, but safety for the individual and just for others.
For the
So, the
community,
community, I want a safe space, right? Especially if we're going to go work together. As you see, for myself, I work with a lot of models that are going to be in like the boudoir setting. So, I want to make sure that like everyone feels comfortable, right? We're there
yeah,
to do a project together, we're there to work together and create art, and I would 100% believe in that. If you see something, you say something, you call that shit out, because we're not going to stand for that anymore. And
yeah,
I love that because I remember being like a younger, early 20s, early late teens, and the predatory that's out there. So I love to see
yeah.
that it's getting finally, maybe it's not there, we're not 100% there yet, but it's getting, closer to getting nipped in the butt there. So I love that you see that. Now, of course, is there anything that you would like to? I know that you're wanting maybe to possibly have your own dark room in the future. As a community aspect, is there anything that you would like to see the community do together as a whole?
Um, I can't. Maybe like some sort of exhibition or show. Like that's the first thing that really comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like a group project, I don't really know.
So we're maybe thinking more like a gallery or an open
Yeah, like a
environment, like a pop
See, but I
up.
also feel like that's already been done.
Yeah.
This last month, what was it? Was it October, September? No, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Sometime a few months back, my friend had a show that showcased a lot of photographers here in the Houston area.
Yeah.
Shout out to Isaac, and he showcased a lot of us, and that was really cool. Something like that again would be really really fun to try
That's
and pull
amazing.
off.
And what was the name of that event, if you remember, or shout out that
Yeah,
person again?
yeah. So shout out the LW. His event was called The Chair, and if you go on his Instagram, you'll be able to see everybody that participated in the project. And that was really cool. It brought us all together. So that was really cool for him to pull off, and looking forward to like having events like that in the future.
Love that. Love to hear it. Definitely going to look more into that. I would love to, uh, meet others in the community, especially, through you. I kind of want to say, if they went through your, through your protocol, if they went through your screen window, I want to get to know them because I know that we kind of have similar tastes, whether it's the
We sure
corridos
do.
or the, the photography. We have similar vibes. So I know they're going to be good people. Now, going back to like, let's say the future, besides the photography, what would you say that you would like to have a message for Lali here in like the next 5 years? What would be a good message for yourself?
Slow down, you got it.
Slow down, you got it. I like that. And can I
it's
ask
it's
why?
worked out. It's worked out so far. Like, and The freakouts are often for nothing.
Hey, the freakouts is what makes us human,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
It makes us human, and as for me, I honestly, it makes my content. If it wasn't for my freakouts, the silly comedy skits that I try to get out, they would never come out. So I'm here for it. I am so
Yeah,
thankful that you were gave me your time
for
today. I
sure.
do want to allow you a chance to, of course, plug in anything you would like here, whether it's any upcoming projects, your own Instagram, your own website. Please tell us what do you got going on, and where we can find you.
Yeah, for sure. So, let's see what we got going on. We have the Free Art Houston meetup November 13th. That's at Trash Panda. That's on the north side. It's a really chill place, chill atmosphere. We'll have a good time. We have the collage workshop. We also have, I'm part of the 1888 Club, which is a film meetup club. We're gonna be meeting at the Renaissance Fest. I'm pulling up the date
Ooh,
real quick. Yeah, so
Renaissance
that'll be fun.
Fest.
Come out, open to everybody, photographers, models. You don't have to shoot film. Come out anyway and meet some people. Good
And
model
repeat that
opportunity.
date. When is that coming up?
Yeah, let me pull it up really quick because I know it's coming up, but I just don't remember when.
No worries. Now, of course,
It's Yeah, sorry. It's the 18th. So 18th at 11, and I will give you all the flyers and all the stuff as well.
perfect. We'll make sure to add all of the details of this event to the description, of course, on YouTube or the website, wherever you see this video posted. We'll make sure it's on there. Now, Lali, where can we find you?
Let's see, on Instagram at Lali got a camera, and then I'm on TikTok. It's baby blue bonnet. I'll send it to you so you can deal
We'll
with the
definitely
spell with
tag
the
it
weird
on there.
spelling.
All the weird
Yes.
spelling. Now, again, is there anything that you would like to leave us with? This is going to be our podcast. So we like to do about 20, 30 minute podcasts. What do you want to say to us? What is the last thing you want us to hear from you?
Let's see. I'm open for collabs, guys. That's one thing I always felt like people don't hit me up for collabs enough. Maybe
Oh, they're
putting
missing
it out.
out.
I'm here. I'm open for collabs, especially if you want to shoot like some portrait work. I really want to get more of that in. And so, yeah, open for collabs. Hit me up, DMs. I'm always happy to come shoot.
Sweet. So, how do you feel about shooting a gothic monster? Because I think I might want to try the
I
Lolly
would love. Let's do
experience.
it. Let's
Oh, we
do
should do
it. I'm
it.
so down. 100% yes.
We'll definitely get into it here in November. I'm going to put you on the calendar. But
For
again,
sure.
Lolly, thank you so much for your time. I know we talked about it and we're here. We did it. We checked off that
We
list.
did it. I'm
We
so
did
glad.
it.
Yay. I'm so glad you didn't like completely write me off after I rescheduled.
Oh, never, 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 never. I am the biggest believer that we're all human and things happen. And again, magic was still made today. So again, thank you so much for your time. I will be sure to put up all of the event information that you listed in our podcast. Anyone that we, of course, want to tag to making sure that we support our local community, please give out those names as well. And then again, Lali, thank you for your time. Please say goodbye to the people.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Bye, guys. We'll catch you again. This is Synth with the 64 bits. And then stay tuned. We have more episodes coming. Goodbye.
Again, thank you to our amazing guest. If you would like to join this podcast, please visit our website, the64bits with a Z.com. Again, the64bits.com, or send me a DM. Bye, guys.